Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for attending the City of Wenatchee's 9th Street Stormwater presentation. This is an open public meeting. We may have people coming and going as we present today, and this meeting is being recorded. After this meeting, a copy of this recording will be posted to the city's website. A link is in the chat to the City of Wenatchee project page. So thank you very much. We'll go ahead and get started. If you have questions, you could type those in the chat, and I will also be providing our contact information at the end of this presentation. I'll go ahead and share my screen now. My name is Darcy Madiota. I am the utility planner for the City of Wenatchee and the project manager on this job. Hopefully all of you can see my screen now. I'd like to start by thanking Ecology. This is a stormwater funded project through the Department of Ecology's SFAP program. They are funding 75% of this project. First, we'll start with a map of the area of the project. This is on the north side of the Wenatchee Valley College in the city of Wenatchee. The red line indicates the main project area where we will be installing stormwater pipe through these neighborhoods. The green lines shown are the existing city stormwater, and we'll get into a few more details in a minute as we go along. As shown on the last map with the red lines, these are some pictures of the neighborhood that will be directly affected by the stormwater installation. The areas in the neighborhood include Nelson Avenue, Morris Street, the Ringgold section south of Morris Street, 7th Street, 7th and Princeton Avenue where it connects up to 9th Street where we have existing stormwater. What this is, the next picture is a picture of the college campus. If you're familiar with the Wells House, there's two parking lots. There's the upper and the lower, and this is a picture of the lower parking lot where we also plan to put a detention vault here as shown in the picture on the right-hand side. And then we will continue out of this parking lot onto Morris Street and on down the way. So I'll show you some of that. This is a more detailed map of the construction. So this project is outlining, this time in black, the stormwater pipe that we intend to install. Coming off of 9th Street, heading south on Nelson Avenue, down to the red rectangular square that is the detention vault that was just shown in the last slide. That is in the lower Wells parking lot. The stormwater pipe will then come out of there and head to Morris Street, before making a T to Ringgold, and then also heading north just a bit and turning on 7th Street, and then heading north again on Princeton back to 9th Street where the city has existing stormwater. The orange line shown on this page is what's known as the number 2 canyon drain. Currently, this is piped and also open ditched through private property, as it shows here on the back of properties 601, 603, 605, and 1243. And it also runs along 7th Street here in open ditch. If you're familiar with this neighborhood, you've probably walked by and seen this section. That is all considered a live stream waters of the state at this time. And the stormwater in the area currently flows into that area. So one of the goals of the project is to alleviate the amount of stormwater that is going untreated into the canyon drain. And we're going to pipe that through the city system where we can provide water quality treatment and take it out to our existing system before it travels down to the Columbia River. We anticipate the work for this project will begin in spring of 2024. Most likely we'll be bidding this job in early February, and with good snow melt, we hope to get started right away in April. The completion is approximately 12 to 14 weeks. If we start in April, we anticipate that this would end the end of July or the beginning of August in 2024. At this time, we only anticipate daylight working hours. There is no night activity or weekend activity. Although it will be challenging sometimes on these streets, access will remain open to your driveways and your homes. And we will be working with the contractor, ensuring you can get in and out of your home while they are doing construction in these areas. And as I stated before, this project is possible by funding from Department of Ecology. They fund 75% of this project. And the goals of this project, and the reason that Ecology will fund this project, is because we are going to increase the water quality that goes to the Columbia River by treating the stormwater through our pipes and best management practices that can treat the water. This also treats the runoff from the streets and the north part of the college campus in this area. It will reduce the stormwater that goes to the number 2 canyon drain, and it will improve the flooding in these neighborhoods that they've seen in the past. For these reasons, we feel it's a really good project, and so does Ecology, and that is why they have agreed to fund this project. I did miss a slide. I'd like to go back for those of you that are not familiar with the canyon drain. I'm going to go back to that slide. I went a little too fast, so my apologies. If you haven't walked the area, this is the area again, and the canyon drain in this picture would be here around Ringgold and 7th Street. My next slide shows the neighborhoods, and then there we are. Sorry about that. This is the canyon drain in the area. So if you're familiar with these, it probably looks like your backyard. If not, and you're out walking around, this is what you'll be looking for. This is a visible section of the canyon drain. This first picture on the left is along 7th and Princeton. The middle picture in the upper right is actually the canyon drain on Ringgold, which is very hard to see, but it's right behind where this person is standing in all this brush. Believe it or not, that is an open channel, and it travels behind the apartments and houses there. The middle bottom picture is another picture of the canyon drain there on 7th and Ringgold, showing some of the erosion that we've seen in the past from flood events. And to the right is a similar picture, similar area, but again, showing the vegetation and the open channel that's currently untreated. So this canyon drain runs all throughout our city limits, and the city is tasked with managing the stormwater around it and trying to keep debris out of it. The canyon drain itself is not the city's jurisdiction, and if you would like information on this canyon drain and what you can do with a canyon drain that is on your property, you can go to the city's website and look at the information on the canyon drain. There you will find information on how to contact the Department of Fish and Wildlife and the Army Corps of Engineers, who have jurisdiction over this canyon drain. I will leave this up here for a minute if you'd like to study the details of the construction. Just showing again how we plan to disconnect some of the college flow here, as shown as the squiggly line on the college campus, and we'll be redirecting that stormwater back down to our detention vault so it can go through treatment before traveling back out to 9th Street and onto the Columbia River. A copy of this could also be provided for you. If you would like to email me, I will share my contact information at the end of this presentation. So at this time, I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can see if we have any more participants or people in the chat. I don't see any more comments or questions. So I will go back to sharing our contact information. And I would like to invite any of you to reach out today with my information. Get in touch with me. I'd be happy to share what we have. Come out and do a site visit if that would be appropriate for you, or just answer your questions in general. So again, I'm Darcy Mattiota, the project manager. I can be reached at 509-888-3655. 3287, or you could email me at dmattioda@wenatchee.gov. And we also have a general public works information line at 509-888-3200. If you're unable to reach me, you can most definitely call there and they can redirect your call. Thank you for attending our Public Works open house on our 9th Street Stormwater project. And have a great day. I will end the recording and the call at this time.